Conditional statements are how we give our programs the power to make decisions. So welcome to if-else conditions or conditional statements. Let's watch a quick animation video and then we will start coding. Happy Sunday morning. You are chilling on the sofa and scrolling on your phone. Suddenly you notice something. Time for our first if condition. If your phone battery is very low, you plug it into the charger, else you continue scrolling. So you put the phone charging and decide to go outside for a fresh air walk. Good idea, right? You take your bag and head straight to the door. But wait, look at the sky. Time for our second if else condition. So if it looks like rain, you pick up umbrella. If it looks like sunny, you pick up sunglasses. Else you just go out normally. So we will pick up umbrella in our case. You step outside and start enjoying the weather. Oh, but suddenly a big wind hits. Your umbrella turn upside down. Now a new condition comes. If you love rain, enjoy the weather. Else you run back home. Since you don't enjoy rain, you run home fast and you slam the door shut. Now you're stuck inside with no phone, so you open your laptop and type www.pythonpapa.in to learn how to code the exact logic you just lived. Oh, you're here. So since you're here, let's start writing some code. So as we have seen, conditional statements are how we give programs the power to make decisions. So let's start with just the syntax of if, elif, else, and then I will try to show you how we can choose the decisions that we were making in the animation. If this condition results into true, we are going to execute this code block. Otherwise, we will move to the next condition. If this comes out to be true, then we execute this next code block. And if this is also not true, let's say this false, then we move to the next else. And then, we do something else here in this code block. One thing to notice here is that condition has to result in Boolean, which is basically either true or false, so that we can decide whether to execute the code block or move to the next condition. So let's start the decisions. So let's say that, the very low battery percentage is 1. Okay. Now what I will do is I will ask the user how much is your battery percentage. Okay. If the battery percentage is equals to 1, now this will result into a Boolean, right? I mean, either it will be 1 or if it will be something else. If it is something else, this will result into false. If it is 1, then it will result into true. And then I will execute this display photo. This display photo is a function that I will show you in the end how it is working out. But for now, understand that it will show you the photos that you were looking at in the animation. Let's give the input. So first I will give input like 4, let's say. And when I give 4, nothing happens because for 4, there is no if condition here. But let's run this code again. I execute it once more and this time I will give it 1. We will see that it actually displays a photo of battery as 1. Let's go ahead. Now what we will do is there is another cell which reads and says that if the phone battery percentage is less than equals to very low battery percent, which is 1, then we will print something, display something, print something, display something, and a lot of print and display will happen, right? This is the code block that will run. Otherwise, it will do something else. Maybe let's say continue scrolling and something like that. So let's run this code block as well. Now when I run this code block, you will see, let's go to the top. Yeah. You will see that, since our battery is 1, which is very low, it says plug your charger into the phone, right? It shows you that photo. And then you're stuck with an idea and then you say, let's go outside for fresh air. And then now it is again asking for your input because decisions have to be made. Input is how is sky? Choose from rainy, sunny or normal. If the sky is sunny, then it displays a different photo versus if the sky is rainy, it displays a different photo. Else it prints normal. So what I will do is, I think I earlier have chosen sunny and that's why it shows the sunny image. What I will do this time is I will choose rainy because that's what you have seen, right, in the animation. So when I choose rainy, it actually displays the rainy photo, right? And now we are on a different code block. Here what is happening is we have a nested kind of structure. You have the first if sky equals to rainy, you compare that and then you print, pick up an umbrella, display some photos, and then finally you have another if else which asks you whether you love rain or not, right? Similarly, if the sky is sunny, then also you run some things and then you again take an input and based on that input you again do a nested if-elif thing. So what actually happens is you have to make a decision inside a decision, right? That's what nested are. So I will just run it to show you how it works. I will share this Jupyter notebook in the description of the video so you will be able to love it as well. So since it was a rainy day, you pick up an umbrella, right? And you walk with an umbrella, and then you see, oh no, this wind is hitting, right? And now what you do is, for the question, do you love rain? Let's say that you say yes this time. When you say yes this time, let's see what is the next image which was loaded. So you will see that let's enjoy rain and then let's reach home. Okay, you again reached home, right? And then you got bored and then you actually opened the laptop and then you type www.pythonpapa.in and you started studying again. Let's try a different approach this time. Here, I will say the day is sunny. Now, when I say the day is sunny, a different thing will happen. Okay, so let's run this next cell. You pick up sunglasses, then you say good sun on Sunday. You walk around, you see a dog park, and then you ask a question, do you love dogs? Now, again, we have a decision to make. This is the inner if else that is happening here, right? Let me show you which code is running right now. So we are here, we chose sunny day, right? That's why this code will be run, right? And now here, after printing all these photos, we took an input here, which is you love dogs. Now, based on that, if I say yes, different things will happen. If I say no, different things will happen. That's what decisions are, right? So let's say that I will say that I love dogs, right? Because I actually do. So I will say yes. And now if I go to the next photo, I will actually start loving dogs. I will actually take that dog back home, right? And then I will get bored because, the dog started sleeping. And when I get bored, I will again open the laptop and then I will start typing www.pythonpapa.in. Now this is like, the ending is same. Ending is like good ending, right? This time what I would do is I will run this code again. And this time I will say that I don't love dogs. Maybe this time, maybe, we can have a different ending. So this time when I say no, oh, the dog is running behind me. It is actually chasing me. I slam the door. I am frightened. And then after slamming the door, I again get bored, right? Because my phone is on charge. I again open the laptop and I start typing, already what I would type now, right? So that's what conditional statements are, right? Let's quickly look at the syntax again so that you get the idea. So basically what is happening is you have a if and then you have a condition. Based on that, you either run this code block or you don't run if the condition is false. You move to the next condition, you check that, you run this if this condition is true, otherwise you move on. And then if there is nothing which is, all the conditions are false, then you go ahead and run the else block. Okay, this is how it is, right? There can be as many elif as you want to be, right? But all of them have to be either true or false. And then whenever you have a condition which is true, you run that code block and you don't run anything else after that. Okay, so this is a continuous if-elif ladder. But if you have two if conditions one after the other, so for example, let's say we have a little different case. Maybe we have a if condition, right? And then followed by we have another if condition, right? In this case, what will happen is if both the condition, let's say this is condition 1 and this is condition 2, if this condition is true, this will run, and then we will come here and again we will check the condition 2. If this is true, we will run this, right? But here in an elif case, what actually happens is, if one of the condition is true, only that code block will run, not the other code blocks. There can be only one condition which is true, and then that specific code block will run. If none of the conditions are true, you run the else block. Okay, let me show you the bonus thing, which is basically that this is the display photo function. If you want to have in your system, you can have it. This is basically Jupyter Notebook supporting this display and showing us image like this. So it's a very simple, straightforward code. But anyways, I will actually upload this Jupyter Notebook on my GitHub repo, and I will share you the link to that GitHub repo in the description. All right, that's it. Thank you guys. See you. Bye-bye in the next video.